Yo guys, it is Squirrel885 and today we're trying something different on the channel. I'm going to be doing a tier list. On my tier listing, I will be tier listing the maps in Just Dance 2023 edition. Now, I play a lot of Just Dance when I'm not recording videos like Fortnite and the Rickets. I've been playing the game since the 2015 edition and it's been one of my favourite franchises to actually play, so I decided to tier list the 2023 maps so you can get my honest opinions. And again, these are my opinions. You will all have different opinions. I have to bring that up a few times. So if you guys want to enjoy this video, please like and subscribe to the channel. And without further ado, let's start the tier list. Alright, so our first song is Anything I Do. Now, I haven't played this one yet, but from the teasers that I've seen before this came out, it's hard, but it looks fun. Now, it's definitely on the more technical side, but overall, it's a good map, so I'm going to put this into A tier. Next up, we have As It Was by Harry Styles. So, this one is more simple, but it's actually, this is probably one of the most fun dances to do. That's the thing. From teasers that I've seen and everything, it looks really fun. So, overall, this is a really good one, but I don't think it's on par. I'm putting this at the B tier section for now. Boy With Love by BTS. This is a straight up S tier for me, like, because even though it's the simplified version, you still have parts of the actual dance in it. So it's actually really cool to play. The map as well is just amazing. I love the idea of it. And overall, it's a very fun just dance to perform with friends and all that, or solo, which is mainly me. Bring Me to Life. This one, I was shocked when this came out because I was thinking, like, how could this work? But oh my god, it is actually amazing. I don't think it's S tier yet, but I'd say it's the top of A tier. Again, there's some moves that are very hard. Like, again, you've got like some moves that I can already describe. You've got like a split on the floor, you got, and then there's also a lift in there. So it's still quite hard in there, but this is actually a really fun dance to do. Moving on, we have Can't Stop the Feeling. Again, this was the first official map revealed for Just Dance 2023, as this was in their preview event, I think it was, when Just Dance 2023 got announced. This was the first song they did, and this basically set the standard for what 2023 was going to be, like from the graphics and everything. The dance is really fun as well, so overall this is actually a really fun one to play. I'm putting this in A tier. Okay, now we have the 16-bit version of Danger High Voltage. I love the concept of it. The dance just isn't me, so I'm going to put this in C tier. It's not exactly my kind of style, but I just love the aesthetics of it. So, even though the dance isn't really the aesthetics are nice, that's why it's put in a C tier. Disco Inferno, I didn't think this would be great, but again, I watched the teaser when it came out, and it's amazing. Like, it's actually really good. Like, it's still simple, but it's the only thing I would really critique is it's the same map as Magic, but it's more towards the devil side. But again, it's actually really fun, so I'm gonna put it in a B tier for now. Driver's License, such an emotional map. Like, it's, you've got memories popping up everywhere. The emotions are really there. This map is really good, but again, it's not really my style. But I still love this map, so this is a B tier map. Actually, no, I'll put it in A tier because it's definitely really good. Even though it's an easy map, it's definitely really good to play. Next up, we have the easy version of BTS Dynamite. Again, it's basically the same as the extreme version, but again, it's only this time it's only a single coach, but it transfers between all four of them, which is really cool to see. The choreo again is pretty simple. It's a more simplified version of Dynamite as well, which is similar to what Boy With Love had, and we'll get onto the extreme version of Boy With Love later on in the video. But Dynamite overall, the map is amazing. I think it's a reference to the actual music video, I think, or most likely it is, but that's what's really cool about it. Honestly, Dynamite for me, the standard version, I put in B tier because it's actually really good. We have Farfail, which is the Just Dance Plus exclusive, or more. I think it's the Italian exclusive one. I think. I'm not too sure, but it's honestly not bad. I haven't tried it because I'm just know I'm not gonna be good at it. But I think it's good. Like the map is quite nice. The dance does look pretty fun. So overall, I probably put this in. I think a B tier. Like I put it middle. Good ones. I'm shocked because this is actually a really good one. I was actually surprised when this came out because I actually never heard this song and then when I heard the song, I actually quite liked the song. The map is really good. The coach is amazing as well. This has just got such a good aesthetics in some way. And the thing is, at some point, you think this could insert into the lore of Just Dance, but it doesn't, unfortunately. But it feels like it could. But it's really fun, so I'm gonna put this into A tier. Heat Waves. This is a tough one because it's cute seeing someone because of the coach, but then the dance, I'm just like, it's not really my thing. So I would put this on the same level as Danger High Voltage because the map is also quite nice as well. But it's always like it's kind of like a mix for me and all that. I don't know. I Knew You Were Trouble by Taylor Swift. This is another really good map. The map is really cool because again, it's kind of on the same verge of Driver's License somewhere where it's like memories, but it's just overall I love this map. There's actually a really good map as well. The dance as well is very fun, so I'd whack this in. I probably put it higher than Driver's License. If You Want to Party, this is the Ubisoft song. At first I was a bit mixed on it, but then all of a sudden I kept listening to it over and over again, and it became one of my favorite Ubisoft exclusive songs. But overall, people might put this down here, but I'm putting it up here. I'm putting it up in A tier because it feels like an anthem for Just Dance. That's what people have always said about this. It feels like an anthem because it shows the history as well, because in the background you can see like the history of maps, you see a bunch of coaches come in. It just feels like a way to celebrate Just Dance in some way, which is really cool to see. Then we're on to the French exclusive, which for some reason never made its way to Just Dance Plus, which I'm very intrigued about. I'm hoping eventually it comes over because it does look pretty fun. So if I actually play it, probably like, I think for now, because it's nowhere there, I'm gonna put it in the B tier section for now because I haven't had a chance to experience it yet, but I'm hoping I do eventually. Locked Out of Heaven. This is a straight S tier for me. This is so fun to do, and it just makes you feel so good. And this was kind of like the main map I've seen where it showed how good the visuals were for this year. Like if you look back at the older games, the visuals were like very simplistic. Like it was kind of the same pages. But 2023 is when it blew out of the park, and they literally made probably one of the best looking Just Dances of all time. And I'm gonna say that, and then they'll improve it next year, I bet you. But Locked Out of Heaven, this is such a fun one to do. So you just feel like so badass and all that when you do it. You feel amazing when you're just there doing it. So this is a really fun one for me, and just overall, it's just the dance is amazing. Love Me Land. I think this one's a mix. This is a kind of a mixed one because I haven't tried it, but again, it's very technical. I feel like with some parts, like there's that one move where you go on the floor and then it's like, I think the main problem with this one is you need a lot of space for it. If you don't have a lot of space for it, it's kind of impossible to do this because you got one move with the legs, and I'm like, I don't have enough room for that. So if I had more room, I'd probably put it a little bit higher because I probably would enjoy it, but I don't know. Magic, honestly, it's actually an A tier for me. This is such a fun map to do, I think, but and it's more on the easy side, but the map is amazing. It's basically the same map as Disco Inferno, but instead of like a devil kind of side, this is more like your fairy kind of type side. So it's kind of like a different side. But the dance is so much fun. Like I don't know what it is. It's actually really fun to do. Next up we have Majesty. We have a boss fight. Honestly, I'm putting this in S tier. A boss fight kind of idea for a Just Dance duet is amazing. Even though it's kind of just rigged to one side, obviously, because they need to kind of do that for the game. This is such a fun map to do as well. Once you get it down, you know what you're doing. But if you want to have just like a fun little boss fight between your friends and all that, this is the map to play because it's actually really fun to do. Next up, we have $1 Million Baby. I was surprised again. I'm gonna say this so much. I was surprised. I was shocked. I'm gonna say it so many times throughout this video. But $1 Million Baby, I was actually really surprised at because honestly, this map is amazing, and the fact that even got Ava Max herself to be a coach for this and then kind of come up with like her original routine is amazing, and it's actually a lot of fun. That's one thing. So overall, I would put this probably not. I put it in like the third of A tier. Like probably like it's definitely better than anything I do, but it's actually really, I just love it. More by KDA. This might be biased, but I'm putting it in S tier because honestly, I just, like the thing is, KDA in Just Dance always has some of the greatest routines to perform because it's the official routines. So they've done it with Drum Go Dumb, they did it with Pop Stars, and now they did it with More. And honestly, I think this is probably one of my favorite KDA maps. Originally, it was always Pop Stars, but More kind of took it over because the map is amazing because it's the official actual stuff. But the fact at the end that they actually got Seraphine in there as well as like a little shout out is really cool. And then again, they also gave Seraphine her own version of the dance, which we'll come to later. But overall, More is just so much fun to dance to. Again, this is an extreme song, so it's going to take a lot of while to get used to, but once you get it down, it's actually really fun. Numb by Linkin Park. Straight up S tier. This is hands down, I think, one of my most favorite maps as well in the game. Like, it's so cool. The aesthetics is amazing. The dance is incredible. Like, it's actually really fun to do. And overall, it was just mad to think that we actually had like a different variety in that we actually had like kind of rock music in some way, or I don't know if it's really rock music. I don't know what kind of genre it would be, but this was such a good song. Like when I first heard it, and then when I got to play it in Just Dance, it was so much fun. So that's why it's S tier for me. Physical. This is a tough one because overall the dance is fun, but you are sweating after it. But overall, it's actually really fun, so I would put this into A tier. I'll put it behind $1 Million Baby. I'll put it behind there because honestly, it's actually a really fun one. Playground. So this is the League of Legends song of this year, I think. Yeah, League of Legends, because this came in Arcane. This song's amazing, and again, the map and all that is inspired by Arcane itself. The coach, of course, is Jinx, so that makes sense. But overall, again, this is another really fun map to play. So I would put this about second of A tier. Bring Me to Life is still way better. It's still like a lot better, but it's really good. Psycho Extreme version. Yeah, I'm just gonna put this out. The map is amazing. The dance is amazing as well. I'm gonna put this right in A tier because honestly, it's actually really good. This is like one of the most. I'd say this is one of the best extremes as well, because again, it's basically the official choreo, but it's also the first song from Red Velvet. Radioactive. This concept is so amazing. The fact that we actually have like you got two stand coaches, but you have one in the wheelchair. It just opens the game to a lot more people, and this one's more focused on your arms as well. So you're not really doing much. So this opens the game to way more people, and that's what's really cool about it. So I put this above Bring Me to Life because Radioactive, it's such a great concept, and the way they execute it is amazing. That's the thing. Rather Be. This is again quite a technical one, but the map takes it. The map is visually stunning. Like, it just looks amazing. It looks like something you would see out of maybe Mario or another platformer, but the map is just amazing. So I would put this probably in the middle-ish of A tier, about here, because I think this is perfect. Sissy That Walks. So this is the drag queen song. Again, the map is decent, but again, it's just not my style. I've just noticed so far we haven't had a really bad map that goes in D tier, so that's actually quite surprising so far. Stay by Justin Bieber. Honestly, and the Kid Laroi. Honestly, this map is amazing. Like, I just love the idea. It looks like they've recorded it in like some amazing resolution. Like, I don't know what they did, but parts of the dance, like when you get into like the main like choreo bit, the map just looks amazing. I just love the aesthetics as well, and even the dance is really fun. So overall, I would put this in basically A tier as well. There's a lot of A tier maps. I just realized. Wow. Sweet But Psycho. Yeah, this one's pretty good as well. I'm gonna say this way too much, but honestly, it's so good. Like, it's a breakup between Hot and Cold from Just Dance 1 and Rasputin from Just Dance 2, but they pull it off so well. Like, even at the end of the song, you see what happens, and you're like, why? Something happened. And then it kind of just makes you think, what on earth happened? So, Sweet But Psycho, the map itself is amazing, but honestly, the dance as well is really fun. So I would put this up at S tier. I put this up at S tier because the map is amazing, the dance is amazing, the coach, it represents it so well, and it's such a good song overall as well. Telephone. This is a straight up S tier because this is iconic. This is iconic to have this in Just Dance now. And the best part is you get like all the old Just Dance coaches as well, like mainly the old Lady Gaga coaches. So you have like Judas, Stupid Love, Just Dance as well, Applause. You basically got a bunch of iconic songs in Just Dance, and they got the coaches in them. So this is kind of like a tribute, or like a way to just like respect Lady Gaga, because Just Dance is the song from Lady Gaga, and that's the whole point of the game. The game was named after Lady Gaga's game, Just Dance, I think. So to have her basically have a tribute in the game is amazing, and they pulled it off so well. Because again, they got parts of the official choreo in the game, but overall, this is really fun. Therefore, I Am by Billie Eilish. I think this one's mixed. This one's a mixed one for me. I feel like I think it's better. I say it's not as better as BTS Dynamite. You know, I'm gonna bump BTS Dynamite up to A tier as well. I'm gonna bump it up, but Therefore I Am. It's okay. Like, again, it's not my style, but I like the execution of it. The map is quite nice as well. However, every time I see it, I keep thinking of the Chrome from Fortnite, and I'm like, yeah, I don't know if I like that, but it's a good map. And the coach perfectly represents Billie Eilish as well. You can see Billie Eilish in the coach, which is really good. Top of the World. This is the only map I think I've really disliked this year, because it's just like, I understand they wanted to get, like, I understand it's in the movie as well. Technically, they actually Just Dance is in the movie as well for I think it's like La La Crocodile. I don't remember the name of it, but the song is okay, but I just don't like the dance, and like the map is okay as well. It's just not great. So yeah, that's why I put it in D tier. Toxic Just Dance 2 version. So this one, if it was just the Just Dance 2 version, it would basically be like down here, because the cover is very controversial, but there is one part of it that is really fun. Really funny just to hear. But when we got the 2023 version, which is not 2, we got the official version by Britney Spears. So again, I put it in the middle because this is Just Dance 2 version, but the remake goes straight up into A tier, because they took this original map and they just made it perfect. They basically made it exactly the same as the music video, which is amazing. And they even got a actual, like, one of the biggest like Just Dance creators, a World Cup champion, the Fairy Dina, to actually collab and work on this map, and she even appears in the game as well. So it's such a cool way to remake a map while also include a member of the community in some way. So that's why it's an A tier for me, because it's just so good, and even the dance well is really fun to do. I think this is Jubilove. I think this is the Japanese version, I think. But again, it's not my style, but it actually is cutesy. It actually really is a quite cute dance. So I'm gonna put this. I think it's better. It's definitely in the C tier for me because I don't know it, but it's actually really good. I'd say it's a nice dance and everything like that. Vlegu's, I don't know what exclusive version this is, but again, it's on the same verge. It's just not my thing. Walking on Sunshine. Again, this feels like a tribute because because this time instead of like an actual coach, it's the Pictos doing it. So the Pictos mess up as well, which is the funniest bit because it could be shout outs to the series. But even all the Pictos as well, they change throughout the dance. So there's like, I think there's like roughly 20 changes. But again, feels like a tribute because you've got all these coaches, so it feels like a shout out to the franchise. But the dance as well is it's so fun to do. So this is another, I'm gonna put this, I wouldn't say this is exactly A tier. I think we're gonna put this in the B tier section. Wannabe Extreme version. This might be a bit biased, but I'm gonna put this in S tier. Mainly because it's actually really good. Like, this is actually, I think this is the most sweatiest song in Just Dance this year. But they pulled it off so well, and the map as well is amazing. Like, I don't know how they do this kind of stuff, but you've got like reflections and everything on the coaches. Even the coaches like really good as well. So overall, this is a really fun one. Watch out for this. This is a mixed one because I didn't like it at first, but after like I've watched like it a few times, it's actually not bad. But it's not really my thing. But I wouldn't say this is on the C tier. This is more on the B tier side because I'm kind of like a mix. We'll talk about Bruno. At first, I was like, really? I don't really need this, but I understand why they put it in. But oh my god, it's actually really good. Again, it's not my style, but this is kind of feels like kind of the kids song that need. So if you've got a Disney song, you can play this. But the map as well is amazing. They pretty much got the official sets. But overall, this actually is an A tier for me because the map is amazing. They basically got all the official stuff for the coaches as well. So they pulled it very well, and they even look like the characters in the film as well, which is really good. On to Witch. Honestly, just for the looks, it goes S tier. Just the emotion of this map is insanely badass. I really hope we get more lore eventually because again, in Witch, that's the villain. Night Swan is her name, and she's the villain of the Just Dance universe. She basically plays a massive part in the lore for Just Dance that goes between some of the songs in this game, which is crazy to think that now Just Dance has lore in their game. So overall, even basically the map is amazing. The dance, again, it's not my style, but it looks fun. You just get that like badass power in the map, which is a really fun to do. So overall, this is another S tier map for me. Woman, I heard some people were disappointed in this, but I'm not. I actually quite like it, so I'm gonna put this in B tier because, again, simplistic. But that's what makes it good. Sometimes a simplistic map is what's really needed in a Just Dance game. But it's really good overall. Wouldn't it be nice? This is your more cutesy type of dance. It has I think it's the same set as Mr. Blue Sky in some way. But the map is amazing. The dance is very simple, but it's great. It's like it's like two friends just vibing. And then you have a third friend join in. So it's really fun, and the fact that even they did it in stop motion as well, like it's a whole stop motion routine, is amazing. Like I couldn't imagine the process it took to actually do all the stop motion because you have to do every limb so slowly to make it look so fluid. But overall, this is such a good map to do. Zooby-Doo, this is the meme song. I'm gonna whack this straight in S tier. I'm only joking. It's gonna go in the B tier. I would put it in S tier for the jokes, but I'm gonna put it in the B tier because honestly, this kind of just feels like you're just down 2022 in like older maps because it's not really like visually detailed compared to like all the rest of the maps. This is your more simple map, but It is such jokes to do. This is like the biggest joke song of the year. I don't know if they're gonna improve on it in 2024, but this is the perfect song just to joke around with and mess around with like friends. Boy We Love Extreme. This is another S tier for me because it's the official choreo. The main thing is this map was originally gonna be in Just Dance 2020, but it was gonna be completely different as well. But then they just reused it for 2023, so that's why it looks a bit better as well. But the dance is amazing. It's really fun to do, and the aesthetics as well is just amazing overall. Can't Stop the Feeling Dancer Prince version. So this is the solo version with Wanderlust. Now, again, the map is simplistic, I would say, but it's overall just fantastic. Like the way they've even got like references to all the maps in the Just Dance universe is amazing, because Wanderlust can like travel through stuff, which is similar to what the Traveler can do in 2022. So Wanderlust can do the same thing, but even the dance is really fun. So if you want like a harder version, this is what you do. But overall, I would say this is definitely on par with the standard version, but I think I still prefer the standard version over just because of the map. Danger High Voltage. This should kind of be the official version. This one's just jokes. I'm putting it out. This one's better than the 16-bit version, but this one's such jokes because, again, it kind of represents that same thing as Wouldn't It Be Nice, just two friends chilling. But this is like two friends messing around and having a great time. That's what makes this one really fun. And it's the same, I know it's the same coaches from Mood from 2022, but this is just so much fun to do. Like, it's actually just really fun to do, because you can just put this on and just mess around. Dynamite Extreme version. This goes straight into S tier as well, because again, it's on the same level with Boy We Love. It's the same level as Boy We Love. It's the official dance. Again, pretty much everything in this is the same, besides the fact it's the official dance, and it's 4 coaches now. You got all 4 of the coaches in one. But again, really fun to do. Next up we have More again, but this is Serafin's version. So this is a watered down, simplistic version of KDA's More. They still have the official choreo in there in some places, but it's more targeted to like a Serafin kind of way. But the map is nice because it's her exact room. I think if they, and then it kind of also transitions into kind of the ending part of More as well, which is really good. But I'm gonna put this in A tier as well because this is really good. Physical Extreme version. I'm whacking this job in S tier because, oh my god, I didn't think they could do a map that's so amazing. It's the same map as Physical, but it's just, I think it's like after, it could be like after hours or something when everyone's gone. But they pull it off so well, and it actually it's so much fun to dance to as well, because again, very technical. Some moves are quite hard, but once you get it down, you know what you're doing. Now we're on to the Psycho. So we're on the standard Psycho. This is your easy version. Again, it's basically the same map in some way, but I'd say I would put it in B tier. I don't think it's as good as the extreme version, but they did a good job doing a simplified version of it to give like basic aesthetics and everything like that. Stay Inflatable version. I don't know why, but I couldn't go with this because this was just jokes. But it's also technically Chacaron, back from the dead. But it's such a joke song. People would think I put it down here, but no. I'm someone that quite likes a joke song, so I put it in S tier straight away. I'm only joking. I'll put it in B tier because I would put it in S tier because it's just jokes, but I know I'll probably get mixed opinion on that. But I'm gonna put it in B tier because again, it just fills that like meme kind of dance you need. Like, even though it's a serious song, you've just got a meme version of it, but it's just funny overall seeing it. And it's just jokes having 2 chacarons. I can't remember their names in, but it's just such a fun dance to do. Telephone Runway version. I would say I would put this in I would put this probably in bottom of A tier because it's a good map. Don't get me wrong. I think this is probably the origin of how before they got arrested and chucked into jail with the main coach, which is Louise Dials. But the dance is very fun because again, you're just sitting down, you're really doing a lot of stuff with arms, so it's very simple again. But this is another really fun map to do. Toxic Extreme version, I'm just gonna put it out there. It's going S tier. Because this is the true definitive version of Toxic. Because you've got, I think, parts of the official choreo as well from Britney Spears. You've got, it's a more simplistic map, but it's also kind of a remnant of the original Days of the Extremes, which kind of also puts it back to the original Just Dance 2 version, which is really cool to see. And this one is just insanely fun. Again, it looks hard, but then once you eventually get it down, it's really fun. Wannabe, this is the easy version. This is, I would say this is probably an A tier as well, I think. Because this one, even though it is a more watered down version of it, it's still fun overall. But again, I think the extreme version is still better overall. But they did a good job of making an easier version of it as well. And then finally we have the All Mother version of Woman. So this is the more easier version. Now, this one is definitely better than the default version. This is definitely better. But again, it's still not my style, but I can respect it. They've got another good version of it. And that's my tier list right there. So again, these are my opinions, as I had to say several times. If you guys go on to enjoy this video and you have enjoyed it, please like and subscribe to the channel, as it'll help me a huge bunch. I'm going to be doing some more videos hopefully soon, and I will catch you guys in another video. Peace.